Okay, Leo, so we're gonna work on lines today, and especially in order to work on your stride count and on knowing where you are, knowing if you need to ride forward, knowing if you need to wait. Okay? So we're gonna start jumping the pole to the jump there, and I want you to have your canter a little bit forward and make a plan to do 8 strides in here. Okay? So that you know if you're halfway and you're on stride 4, you should have 4 more good strides, right? But if you're not quite halfway and you're on 4, you need to go for the last 4 strides, right? Or if you're a little past the middle on 4, you're gonna have to wait for those last 4 strides. Okay, so when we have an even number, you know that right in the middle, you should be halfway there, right, on 4. Okay, so Connor did this at the beginning the first time he got 9, and that's because he didn't quite have enough canter. So I want you to think about starting with lots of canter. So if anything, you might have to wait in this line. Okay, I don't want her to be sleepy in here and then do 9. There's a chance she might not like the look of the jump when she gets there. Make sure you're determined and have both your legs and spurs ready. The other piece we're working on, of course, is eye control. Okay, so walk a sec. So I was very good. I didn't say anything, right? I kept my mouth closed. Kept my mouth closed. So what I wanted to say back there was not enough canter, right? But I didn't say anything. So you were good. When you got to stride 4, you realized, like, okay, I don't have enough canter, right? But she wasn't quite awake enough to get there in the last 4 strides. So now you've got the feedback of how the line rode. Now when I say to you, you need to start with lots of canter, that wasn't enough. Okay? So now go ahead and make that change. Have a much bigger canter stride to start with so that the 9 is not even gonna happen. How are you, Lisa? I am very well. I had a lovely ride on my horsey today.
Yeah, you did.
Made me happy.
Good rides always make me happy.
Yeah. Beautiful change, Leo. Awesome job. So there you did a wonderful job of making it different, right? The time before didn't work. This time you made a good change and you got a different result, right? You got the result we were after. I was a little worried back on the short wall that you might not have enough canter, but you turned nice and straight and you rode her forward to that pole, right? Okay, so that's great. Ideally, I would want you to have that canter already established before you turn, so that it's a continuation to the pole instead of you having to change something on the way to the pole. Okay, but good ride. Okay, so now that we've got that down, let's do the opposite. This is gonna be a little bit harder for your eye, but now you're gonna jump in and ride 8 strides to the pole. So again, at the halfway point, you want to be on stride 4. Again, start with enough canter, ride a good straight track. Now that you've got a jump coming in, you might not feel that you need to ride quite as forward down the line. But you're counting and your eye is gonna help you make that decision in the line. Good job, Leo. Lead change. Good for you. Well ridden. Okay, walk and give her a pat. Excellent start. Could you feel you didn't, if you had had even a little bit more canter, she wouldn't have done 8, she would have done 7 3/4, 7 1/2. You rode that just perfect, okay? You didn't need any more than you had. Or she would have stepped on the pole or stepped straddling the pole, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a jump there. You're still going to do it in 8, okay? So now she needs a little bit more room to jump the jump, right? To the pole, you can get her front feet right here and still jump the pole cleanly. As soon as you add height to it, she needs a little more room to jump cleanly, right? If her front feet are here, she's gonna not be able to get her legs out of the way in time. So that just means the line is gonna ride a little bit quieter in 8 now. Then we're gonna do another even line, meaning an even number of steps. So we're gonna do the pink line next. I'll put the oxer down a little bit the first time. So 6 strides there. You need to be halfway there on stride 3. Make sense?
That horse has never gone right in his life.
What's that?
Always left.
So you're going down the line in 8 and then up the pink line this way.
That'll be in 6?
In 6. And it's forward in there. Okay? So the 8 is going to be a little bit quieter than it has been because now you've got space for her to jump out. And then you need to land and make sure she's forward through the turn, straight, jump in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? All right. And if you feel in here like you need to go and she's a little bit dead to your leg, add your stick, right? Whatever you need to do to get that stride happening. Good. Just doing the diagonal line, thanks. Good job, Leo. But, okay, I'm really happy with the line. Did you feel that you ducked over the oxer? Okay, so there your body was too quick. So when you think about 2 point over the oxer, I want you to just think about pushing your hands forward, which is going to bend your hips, okay? So you're gonna look above the dirt pile. Look above the dirt pile, push your hands forward, and you should still have lots of space between her neck and your body. Okay? Really good.
7.
What's that?
Was that on 7?
No, that was 8. Okay, that was really good. Then I was a little worried, oh, we've got a sticky lead change. Are you gonna get the right canter? You did get the right canter to jump in with. And then you were firm with your leg to get the 6 done. Now we just need to make sure that you finish firmly and looking up. Okay? Good, let's just do our 6 stride again, then we'll add some other things here. Just walk a sec. Now, did you know, at what point did you know you were going to be long? What's that? Long.
About there.
Okay. Because the reason you ended up short was because you didn't get her to the jump in those last 2 strides, right? Or at whatever point you realized it, you needed to do more about it, right? Go. Okay? Because what happened is she either would have had to leave from here or she fit in one more tiny stride, right? And if we talk about a 12-foot stride, she fit in about a 6 to 7 foot stride. Okay, that's why it felt so awkward, right? She was on 10 or 11 feet and then she went right into a 6 or 7 foot stride. Okay, so that was the awkward chip moment. Okay, I think you jumped in fine, but you needed to be a little stronger up the line. Okay, so when you're riding to an oxer, you keep your eye on the front rail, not the back, right? Keep your eye on the front rail. That's where you're trying to get her feet to, is a good distance from the front rail. And then, once you know where you are, look up across your jump. Okay? Let's do the pink line again in the 6. So here, a little wakey-wakey with her. Make sure you're starting with the right feeling. Go back to walk, Leo. Walk. When you used your stick there, nothing happened. So that was sort of a not helpful moment, right? If you use your stick and she stays exactly the same, you need to use it again quickly and hard, and she should go whoop, right? It needs to have an effect, or else all it is something that she's tuning out, right? And every time you use your stick, your legs need to work at the same time, because what the stick should be training is the reaction to the leg, so that she associates the leg with the stick, okay? So I want you to do your transition again and test that your stick is going to work. Now use your stick. Does she go forward? Circle. I want you to use your stick again. She was good to you. So I didn't love her reaction to the stick down there either, right? And I don't think you're using your legs hard enough with your stick. Okay, so let's do it again. Get the forward reaction again. I want to see a moment where she goes whoop and goes out in front of you. Then come to your line in 6. Because we still need more canter. Yes, you did 6 strides, but she was really far away from the oxer still. Good, Leo. Now we're talking. Good. Good, way better. Good, push her off your inside leg. Don't let her lean on you in those circles. Good, way better down the line. Your shoulders were appropriate over the oxer. I wouldn't want them to be any closer to her neck, but they were okay. Now, in the air though, instead of looking above the dirt pile, you look like this. Okay? We don't want to teach her to cheat her turns like that, right? In your jump off, if you were jumping this and then right away rolling back to that, yes, you would look in the air because you want her to be turning and going right away, okay? In general though, you want to teach your horse to land on a straight line and then make a turn, okay? So in the air, I want you to look above her ears. Think about looking over the outside ears so that you don't cheat your body, okay? So then you can be in the air straight, land straight, and then think about your turn. And your eyes don't need to be that far ahead of you, right? Because that's going to create a twist in your body. Your eyes just need to be, 30 feet ahead of you in an exercise like this. If you were going right to that jump, I would say, okay, look over her ears, land straight, check in with your jump, then look ahead of yourself, and then check in with your jump again. Okay? So why don't we do the 6 stride, just looking above the dirt pile, going straight, and then we'll give her a little break, and then we're gonna do the 6 to the line down the middle of skinnies, so that you can practice that eye control. Is she forward? Awesome, good. Go back to trot and do it again. Looking up. Is she good? Is she forward? Good, Leo, and begin. Good, better. Make sure you have the canter.
Yeah, good boy.
Whoops.
She's jumping well, eh?
Yeah, she's gotten a lot better. Okay, good. So this is all right because I have the same problem, right? These habits that we develop when we're kids and we ride on our own and all these things, they're really hard to break because you did this and went, oh crap, I'm supposed to look above the dirt pile, right? Let's do that again and ride the line the same way and make sure you're looking over her outside ear. Nice, Leo. Now we're talking. Good job. Bend the ribs, circle and finish. Lift your inside fingers up and work the inside bit ring a little bit so that she's not leaning against you. Push the inside leg, push her out. Work the inside corner of her mouth. Work the inside corner of her mouth. That's right. And whatever your fingers are doing, your leg is doing more than that. That's right. Good. Good. And trot and walk and praise her. Good, 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 good. Yeah, good to finish it. That's right. Only when you are satisfied that you got what you wanted, then you give her the walk break. Awesome. This was way better, okay? It's gonna help her to stay straight in the air too, right? Remember, she's a horse that tends to get crooked in the air. So anything we can do to keep teaching her about straightness is really gonna help her. And as the jumps get bigger, right now she can jump a jump like this off one leg if she has to. But if the jumps start to get 3, 3, 3, 6, she's not gonna be able to do that, right? She's not gonna have enough power jumping off one leg. Good. So Leo, in this line, we use the dirt pile as a focal point, right? A spot for you to focus on over your jump. That's going to be something that we talk about at the horse shows too, to just have that reminder about looking ahead of yourself, right? So we might walk a line, I'll say, okay, look above that red sign, or, you know, look above the tent, or what it is that's straight in front of you as a good focal point. So then when you walk your course, you'd be like, okay, I'm starting on the quarter line, I'm looking above whatever, then I'm going up the pink line, I'm looking above the dirt pile, right? You would kind of have those messages already in your brain for when you begin your course. When we give ourselves information like that, and you have a chance to mentally rehearse it and to put it in your mind, it's a lot easier to execute that when the moment comes. Right? I remember doing a self-defense class in high school, and they said, you know, we teach you these things, hopefully you'll never have to use them, but if you ever do have to use them, you've got something in the back of your brain that's going to tell you something to do to help get yourself out of this, you know, attack situation or whatever. So it's just the idea of having good information available for when you need it. Okay, now we're going to do our 6-stride line again, looking straight over her outside ear. Then you're going to check in over your shoulder, look at this jump, ride a good turn, look again at this jump, and then ride your 8-stride line turning right. Okay? So she's just had a walk break, the jumps have gone up, you need to make sure you have a great transition. Whoa. Good decision, the circle. Please, you haven't had a spook in a long time. So how many strides down the skinny line? 7, yeah. And it was fine in 7, okay? Depending, however, on what was going to come next, that might not be great, right? Because every other time we've done it in 8. So it's, again, it's good to know that forward is there. But with such a big jump in, if your plan was to do 8, let's say you had a tight 1 stride right there, you would really want to do 8, okay? So then if you had a big jump in there, then right away you'd be like, whoa, 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 all the way down the line so that you could have your leg on and support a short stride into that 1 stride combination. Does that make sense? Beautiful through the turn. Really good job. Do you feel how at first she wants to turn really awkwardly, right, with no bend in her body, but you kind of kept working that through, and by the time you got the turn, it was quite nice. Okay, good. So we're going to do a tough course here, and this is tough because you have to go back and forth with different canters, okay? You're going to do your forward 6-stride line, your turn, your quiet 8-stride line. Then you're going to do your quiet 2, bending in a quiet 5, and then you're going to jump back down the pink line in the forward 6 strides. So I'm just going to change that oxer so that you can jump it both ways. So go through the course in your mind. Okay, tell me your course.
Stride line. That one right there?
Yeah. What was the striding in there?
5.
Yeah, tight 5.
Anything else? No?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah, you're.
Oh, yeah, the pink one.
Yeah. Now that is harder than it looks.
Yeah.
You've gone from a tight 5. You're kind of aiming to not have a great approach here. So when you land off this jump, you need to really think almost about leg yielding out, getting bend so that you can be almost at the wall to get to that jump, okay? If you jump this jump turning and you're like this, that gets too hard, right? We call that like a hairpin turn. It's like a sudden right angle turn. So you need to land looking. So if we think about a focal point over this jump, you're gonna look over her outside ear right at the backhoe or digger, okay? So look over that machine, then leg yield her out as you look at your oxer, right? And now you've got time to be straight. Remember in this piece as well, you need to push the canter forward so that you can jump in and ride your 6 strides down the line. Good, okay, off you go. Okay, let's start again. So the little warning light needs to go on back here that she's not up the line very well, right? Back here, that would have been a great spot to add your stick. At the very least to growl and dig your spurs in, right? Because you knew she wasn't really awake and with you. Okay. Good determination. Bend and look. Patient. Okay, stop. Stop. It's very important to me that you do 8 strides in this line. This is your leading up to horse show kind of training, right? So when you jumped in here, I saw you count, which is good, but I didn't see you think about waiting, right? It was just 1, 2, 3, just like you had up this line. Remember, you got to switch gears. Forward line, waiting line, waiting, waiting, forward last line. Okay? Start from the beginning. So the first message in the skinny line when you land is to wait and count. I love it! That's great, Leo. Now canter right away. She's ready when she gives you some good forward sass like that. Good. Good. Okay, stop. Stop, stop. Stop. So again here, I'm not seeing weight in the first stride. You're leaning forward with your hands forward. So does that tell her to go or wait? Go. Go. So she's doing exactly what you told her, right? This was the right ride for the pink line. Now you got to flip it over. Now you've got to jump this and wait 2, 3, 4 with your shoulders back and your hands up and back, okay? Not really back, but up and supporting your half halt. This is great for us to practice because we're testing your quick reaction time, right? If you can make a difference in the first stride of a line, it makes your job so much easier to get to your next jump. Okay, good. Give her a little pat. Let her know she's being good. Same 6 strides, same turn. You can even be a little more patient jumping into the yellow one if you can. But then for sure, think about landing and waiting right in the first stride. Yes. Yes, Leo. Good. Continue. 2 stride. Okay, give her a big pat. Good girl. Good.
I tried to bend her out. It just was like going crazy.
Yeah, I can't really fault you for that mistake because she was on the wrong lead and it was really difficult to do what you needed to do on the wrong lead, okay? The one thing that you do want to add in that situation when you're on the wrong lead and heading into a turn, you are right to push her out, absolutely, but also you need to energize her a little bit to try to get enough impulsion that she can give you that lead change, okay? You can open your outside rein as you energize her to try to help to create more space for yourself, okay? But you didn't give up. Yes, you guys had to kind of crawl over the oxer, but she tried hard and you didn't give up, so I'm happy about that. And then you didn't give up and you just kept riding and did the 7 strides down the line. So the next time with a better, a better turn, then we're getting the 6 done. But for how she jumped the oxer, the 6 wasn't gonna happen, so you just had to support the 7, okay? And that kind of stuff is gonna happen at a horse show and you have to make the best out of it that you have and don't give up, okay? So very good to see your instincts kick in there. Okay. We'll let her chill for a minute and then we're gonna do that again. Now I couldn't totally tell from where I was. Did you remember to look over the dirt pile over the first oxer?
The first officer, it looks slightly that way, then I'm correct.
Okay, because I was gonna say, she didn't have quite as good a track that time. Did you feel she took just a little shortcut? But having said that, you did a good job to get your canter back and you were more patient to the yellow jump that time, which made the 8 easier. I would say, if I'm to be really picky, Leo, in the first stride you were still a little bit like this, but then on stride 2 you had fixed it. So you fixed it with enough time, okay? This is just my mom, just give me one sec. Hi, Mom. Hi. Not right now. Can I call you back in about half an hour? Try it.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just on my last lesson. Okay. Bye. Just be careful when she swings around like that. You don't want her to get your stirrup. Okay, there's been some really bad horse accidents where they bite the stirrup, get their teeth hooked in it. So, be very careful. You've done that?
You did it, yeah. We'll tell you, sir.
Yikes. Terrifying.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't swing around to bite at herself when you're up there, okay? All right. Are you ready to do that again? I was very happy, by the way, with your body in front of the two-stride and in the two-stride. Tall, landed, tall, tall. That's, especially in front of a vertical, so important that you help give her some space to jump her jump. Okay, we're gonna do the whole course again. So remember, you've got your forward piece looking over the dirt pile, right? And then you're landing, balancing and bending. Your quiet 8, your quiet 2, your quiet 5, and then your forward 6. What a good girl. Well done, Leo. Awesome. That is a tough course, okay?
Yeah, she kind of rushed the vertical over there.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, she kind of rushed it.
I heard it and I looked, but I kind of missed it because the jump was falling down again right as that was happening. So the 2 was good, and then when did you feel her start to rush there?
She landed and then she started to do that because I think she was getting onto the wrong leader.
Oh, okay, or disunited, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
With that.
Okay. Way better jump in, huh? Okay, well let's do our 2 to our 5 again, but let's create another challenge before. So now your challenge, just like you've done, oh man, that standard's had better days. Now your challenge is going to be the same idea of going forward and then coming back, but you're going to do the forward 5 strides down this line. Okay, just to do something different. So forward 5 on this diagonal, then land, balance your canter, shorten your canter, jump in quiet like you've been doing, and then wait 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, ready? Tell me your course.
To there, the 5 stride, to the 2 stride, to the 5 stride.
Good.
Then, do I do, oh no, that was down, so just this one.
Yeah. So give me just a little more information about your course.
Is the 5 stride quiet?
No, it's forward.
Forward 5, quiet, make her go slower, quieten her down. Then
Yeah.
2 stride, then quieten it down.
Exactly. Okay, so start with your forward canter, so your forward 5 is right there. Then you repackage your canter, your quiet 2, your bending quiet 5. Good. Awesome. Okay, Miss Blaze. Yeah, exactly, Leo. Good. And you followed ask, tell, demand there, right? I saw you get firmer and firmer as she didn't respond.
She's very lazy today.
Yeah. So she started telling you she was going to do that several strides before, right? Good. Good. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You almost did 4 in there.
Oh!
Oh, you got eliminated for jumping an extra one. Okay, she jumped fantastic over the white barrels the second time. When I was saying to you before, she started to tell you the last time that she was worried about the jump, right? Back there, her stride started to get short, her head came up, right? So that tells you that she's getting worried and uptight about what she sees. So that's where back there, if that were to happen again, you need to start to ride firmer back there, okay? Because again, this might happen at the horse show, right? If you come around the turn and you feel her start to back off, you need to be right there saying, hey, let's go. Okay, whatever you need to do, use all your tools, right? Your cluck, your spur, your stick, any of those tools can be used. Okay, second time, rode great. She still thought about, still was a little bit worried, but you were stronger and more supportive. She jumped fantastic, great down the line. Then I was a little worried that you never really got your canter shortened up. So you jumped into the 2 a little bit stronger than ideal, stronger than you have so far. So then it caught up with you here and she got the rail. And then here, you got a little bit excited about your turn to that jump. If you start to think about this turn too early, it's going to make that tight distance even tighter, right? Because now instead of the curve, you're doing the direct line there. So you need to jump this jump straight, just with your eyes looking, but none of this, okay? So yes, you're looking at your jump, but you're still jumping straight, and then you're smoothly turning your wheel to get there. Remember, because we talked about this being tight, it's kind of like your 8 stride line. You need to land and wait 2, 3, 4, 5, and then jump out, okay? Okay, we're gonna do the pattern again. The 5 stride diagonal line, get her canter more packaged up together on that short side. So you jump in quieter or more compressed. And then again, you want to keep the curve in that line. Land and wait as you bend your track to the line. Okay. Did she react? Come on, get a reaction. Good, now circle and trot and do that transition again. Push her hard off the inside leg, don't let her lean. So that's a bit of an odd decision to do all of that, right? That's not gonna get her with you. Okay, this looks better. Count your rhythm. You had the right idea here. You were asking her to go forward, but she wasn't responding. Right? Your legs were working. Make sure you get a response, okay? You're almost done, Blaze. Okay, Leo. Strong start. We're not trying to gallop in there, but you want to have a horse who's fired up, in a good canter, and responsive to your leg. Okay, so think about what you need to do here at the beginning to get those things, those ingredients happening. Good girl. Straight. Okay. Oh, outside rein. There you go. So better with your body and your eye control coming out of the two stride. I still didn't really see the half halts in there. Because your body was better, it was a little bit better and easier to do the 5. But again, even with a good track, it's still a tight line in 5. So I want to see you have 5 half halts between those two jumps, right? Every stride, it's wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then jump out. Okay? So we're going to do your 2 and your 5 again. The body control that you're showing in the 2 stride is the same tall body I want to see in your 5 stride. Okay, to help support those half halts. Okay, we're going to leave the 5 stride. She's being really good and she's probably quite tired. We're going to leave that. I want you to do your 2 to your short 5 again. Good, Leo. So you had a worse 2 stride and a better 5 stride. Okay, you showed a big difference in those 5 strides. So now I want you to come do the 2 like you have been, and then do the 5 like you just did. Make sense? Energy, but compressed canter to the 2 stride. Quick change, quick fix there. Now go back to trot and do that again, because we don't accept her picking up the wrong lead. Set her up to be successful to pick up the inside lead. Beautiful. Good contact in those 5 strides, Leo. Do you feel how you have more feel of her mouth there? Good for you. Good. So there, do you feel like you're understanding the difference in how you, the rider, would ride the forward line and then the waiting line? Okay? Really good. I'm thrilled with today. Good job. And just so you know, very exciting, she jumped that into the 2 stride there. She was pooing, as she jumped. And she didn't slow down, she didn't refuse, she jumped really well. Okay, so that's a really positive sign for her learning that she's getting better at pooping and jumping, okay? Good, good girl. That's a great one to finish on. Awesome. Again, all of our last, probably 4 lessons, we've been really focusing on getting ready for the horse show, and we've been doing more technical things. Because these are the skills when we walk our course at the show and I say, okay, this is a forward 6-stride line, I want you to know what that's going to feel like, right? You've just practiced it beautifully today. Make sure you watch your videos, okay? You're going to get a lot out of it. Okay, very good.